Hello, this is Brenda Green, and I'd like to welcome you again to Living Indigo. Today we're going to be talking about paying off your home. If you recall, when I started this series at the beginning of the year, I talked about the three prongs to having generational wealth. Real estate was one of those. So real estate's building a business or investing in the stock market. So I think one of the easiest things you can do to help increase your net worth, your assets, your generational wealth is to have a home. And so I would say paying off your home is the most important thing because if you have a mortgage, you really don't own the home and it's not a true asset. Percentages of it, depending on how much you've paid into it, makes it an asset. So we want it to be a true asset. So I'm talking today about paying off your home. So let's get into it. Your home can be your biggest asset. It could be your first opportunity to buy some real estate. It's the place where you'll lay your head at night, where you may raise a family. All those things, the memories, the wonderful things that can happen to you when you have your home. So again, your biggest asset, but it's also a part of the generational wealth because this is something that you can pass down. It's a part of your legacy. So when you buy your home, you want to make sure that you can afford it. Sometimes people think, well, I can afford the mortgage. It's the same as I'm paying for rent. And I will say to you, it's more than that. It's more than just that mortgage payment. You have property taxes, you have other insurances on it, you have utilities that you have to pay, and maintenance. And maintenance is typically done on a home every year. Something seems to go wrong. You have to replace things because things wear out. So those are things that you need to consider when you're buying a home. So buy a home that you can truly afford. Make sure that you have a plan in place. And when you're looking for this home, you want to make sure that you have the right mortgage product, meaning what kind of loan are you going to take? You can get a 30-year fixed. That just means that you pay the same amount each month for 30 years. Or you can get a 15-year, same principal. You pay the same amount for 15 years. They even have ARMs or adjustable rate mortgages where you might have a 30-year, but 5 years in at the very beginning, you pay a lower rate of interest, and then the remaining 25 years, it can increase. So those are things to consider when you're looking for the home. But again, you want to make sure that you get something that's very affordable for you and for your family. Again, it's a part of your legacy. When you get this home, you want to keep it in good shape. You want to take care of it. And you also want to make sure that you don't use it as your piggy bank. Sometimes people will have a house and they have equity in it. They'll pull the equity out to buy other things, thinking, oh, I'll get the house paid eventually. Well, sometimes that doesn't happen. And when people die, they die sometimes with a mortgage that the family has to try to pay. So don't be that person. Again, leverage it. This is your biggest asset. Make sure it stays an asset and make sure that you get it paid off completely. So as always, I do have my beliefs. So I want to share those with you right now. So true assets, your home or anything else that you own, if they're tied to debt, they're not a true asset because you own it along with whoever you're paying the money to. So you own your home along with the bank. So get rid of it. So don't take a mortgage into retirement. I can't stress that enough because that's the biggest thing that you pay probably right now. And you don't want to have that bill when you are retired. All your money in retirement, the money that you're receiving in your retirement, whether it's Social Security or pension or whatever, should be to fund your lifestyle, not to continue to pay a mortgage. So make sure that that's gone. In order to do that, you need to have a plan to pay off that mortgage. You need to have a plan in place that makes sense for you, that's affordable. Let's say you're 15 years out from retirement. So the plan needs to ensure that in the end of that 15-year period, your house is paid for, whether it means putting an extra $200 on it each month, $300, paying with your bonuses at the end of the year, whatever. But make sure that your home is paid off. The next thing is to make sure that you have a trust in place. And I have a revocable trust for my home, meaning that you still own the home, but it's in a trust. And so when you die, God forbid, it automatically can get transferred to whoever you name in your trust. Because if you don't do that, if you just have a will, the house has to go into probate, and it could be anywhere from 6 months to several years, depending on what state you live in. And so to prevent that, just put it in a trust. Easy peasy. If it goes to probate, you have to pay a probate attorney. You have to wait, and then you still got to pay the property taxes on the house. You still have to pay the utilities to keep it going. You still have to maintain it. All of those things. So the people who you want to get your property, they have to be coming out of their pocket to pay these things until it gets settled. So do yourself and your family a favor. Your home can be a part of your legacy, and you want to take care of it. You want to maintain it. All the things that we're talking about, but make sure that it's paid so it's a true asset to be a part of your legacy. Thank you so much for your time and attention. If you like this presentation, hit the like button, share it with your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel because, again, we're spreading a movement here and we are talking about generational wealth and how to build it, how to understand it, how to pass it on. So have a wonderful day and next time.